I am thoroughly convinced you like just don't read things.
I don't.
Like you just look at words and you're like, oh, I know what that says, and then everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to episode number 38 of the Washed Athlete Podcast. On this podcast, we're just a group of 5 college kids, only 3 for now. 2 of them are taking a bit of a hiatus, but we just talk about anything that's interesting to us. Just what's going on in school. We have a separate This Week in Sports for all of our sports things. We talk way too much about that. But then we just kind of talk about our lives in this, anything funny going on, and hopefully it's entertaining for you guys. If it is, drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And yeah, so I want to start out with Raj can't read.
Raj can't read.
He can't read.
Categorically cannot read.
like objectively. Like for a little like inside baseball, we have like somewhat of a script set up where we had this.
You know, like
any
podcast would.
You know, like not like an actual script, but just like loosely some general talking points.
Like what are we going to talk about?
Exactly. We had it for This Week in Sports and for this podcast. And then Raj says, oh, well, let's start off with the national anthem.
Because he's talking about the World Cup.
Because we're talking about the World Cup. Raj, we just talked about the World Cup. We just talked about it on This Week in Sports. We just did that. You were on that podcast.
And in the note, it says This Week in Sports, and it's underlined.
It
says 1, World Cup.
And then the next one is The Pod, episode number 38.
It says episode number 38, 1, break updates. And then he goes, let's start the...
That's going to be so bad to be edited.
It's going to be so painful.
But anyway.
No, you actually can't read it. And this is coming off the backs of it. I think we talked about it on the last episode of the podcast where he just like doesn't realize you sent him things. And he sent the same thing back.
Yes.
Where he's like, oh man, did you see that like Bradley Chubb got traded? And it's like,
yep, we've known for a couple hours now.
Yeah, we texted in the entire group chat about that.
It's just the one Eagles D lineman. That was it.
That was the only one you were able to break.
He doesn't even play D-line. He plays defensive end.
Same thing.
Anyway, okay. Moving on from that whole thing.
Anyway, yeah, we had break really recently. This is our first week back. We appreciate you guys if you're longtime viewers and took a week off or so. Just recover a little bit while we were back at home when we weren't like in here recording. And break was nice. Much needed after a long period of time. A lot of sleep, a lot of MCAT studying.
I just slept.
Yeah, there was one point where I slept for 14 hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I set my alarm for 8 hours every day because like I need to get adequate amount of sleep, but I have to get stuff done.
Yeah,
but I was like, it felt nice, and then like I came back to school and instantly just started sleeping for like 4.5 hours. Every night. And it's been bad, but break was really nice. Did you guys do anything fun?
Nothing too crazy. I just went to visit my girlfriend out at her place. Drives that were a little interesting. When I was driving back, actually, from her place to mine. It was the first day of hunting season for rifles.
Yes.
So there was a lot of people with the deer on the backs of their trucks just bleeding onto the road.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was really fun, just driving behind that.
Have you ever been hunting?
No, I have not. I've been offered by my cousins and my family a lot, but I have not actually gone yet.
Have you ever been offered by your girlfriend's dad?
That's
the classic.
Hilarious. That is so good.
That's the classic. I have not either. I've never been hunting. They don't hunt either, but I feel like the classic thing is like you go over to your like girlfriend's house and the dad's like, "Hey, you want to go?
You're gonna be a man.
Yeah, you gotta be a man. We're gonna
hear this. You're such a city boy. You're from New Jersey. We gotta teach you what the ways out here."
Six-pack of an IPA.
Yeah, like literally. I'm 12. I don't care.
We're going up in the trees.
Yeah. We're going up sitting in the stand for 8 hours in the rain.
I just want to talk to him. I just want
to talk to him.
I don't understand hunting.
You don't?
Raj, you've never been hunting, right?
No.
Yeah. I do understand hunting.
I don't get why people enjoy it.
Have you ever shot a gun before?
No.
So it is like, it's a very interesting experience because like you do, it feels cool. Like there's no other way to put it.
I'm here for it feels cool, but I just feel like I understand people who like to shoot skeet back in their like house or with the clay bird and stuff like that. Like I think that's like fine, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't get like the let's go sit up in a tree all day and kill a deer.
It is a lot of like there is some like there's for some people obviously there are just like menaces who are like I want to kill things, but that's like sort of a different thing. But you do have it's almost
they need to be talking to someone.
They need to be talking to someone. Yeah. But for a lot of people, I know that like when they just go hunting just like by themselves or like with like one or two other people, it's sort of like almost like a meditative thing where it's like you're very quiet for a while, or it's like you're kind of just like shooting the breeze with your friends for a while, and then it's like you are eventually going to do something. But you know that is like kind of like the allure to it. But if you haven't been hunting before, or you haven't had family that has gone hunting, I'm sure it's probably like, why would you ever just sit out like in the cold for just 12 hours a day just to miss a shot and then go home?
Also, it's like, to me, it's a big red flag if you have like a picture of you holding the deer.
Okay, that's a very different scenario.
No, but people do that a lot, especially where I'm from. They're like, pose with the
Jersey.
The Pine Barrens.
Like it's so cringy. It's the same thing when people post with their trucks. Like if you guys are listening and you post your trucks, like you can just click off.
But look, here's the thing, because the difference, my thing is, there's a difference between people that like just go hunting for themselves and like enjoy that, or they have like they have a pickup truck, but they use it for something. It's like they have like a work pickup truck. They actually use it for its intended purpose. Versus the guys with the $150,000 lifted pickup trucks that have seen nothing but pavement their entire lives and are posting all about the deer that they don't actually clean themselves, that they hire somebody else to go do that, and they just put the antlers up on their wall and then get rid of it.
Like I think hunting's like fine if people like, if they do it on the side, they don't really like pose with it. And if you like see antlers on someone's like house, like I wouldn't want that as a piece of decor in my house. But it's like it's more of like, and it's like they actually like they eat the deer. Where it's like, like there's like there's a purpose to this. It's like and they put the antlers up or whatever. Like I'm fine with that. Like I don't really mind. But like when people like post about it,
it's more about like you're posting it for attention.
Also, if people have captions with their trucks where they're like, been doubted my whole life, but here we are, and it's a picture of their truck where they're driving, like there's nothing more cringy than that. So.
And there are many different things that are similar to that. It's not about necessarily just that in general. It's about like that mindset.
But people put like that they've been doubted and stuff, and they'll post a picture of their truck, and I'm like, for what?
Like what? Like who doubted you?
Who hurt you?
And it's like you've lived in your hometown your entire life. Who doubted you? Like your friend? Like what are you talking about?
And why is your truck on the picture?
Or it's the same thing with like the people that like ride the bench on like some like mid-tier like D3 school, and they're like, been doubted my whole life, but now I'm here. It's like, bro, you're a backup safety for like Duquesne. Like, you're not good. Like no one cares.
Like you're fooling nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
In football, that was not a shot. We love you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Duquesne has a football team?
They do.
Didn't you know that?
They do have a football team.
I didn't even know that.
Shockingly, they do.
But
they did make Barstool.
They did make Barstool, but we'll get past why they made Barstool.
But what was fun over the break was World Cup. It was nice to have a few of the games over that break, so we didn't have to don't salute. It was nice having the World Cup on a little bit, so I could watch some games and not have to worry about school. Because after the Phillies World Series run, what else was going on big sport event wise? There was something else.
Did your soccer team lose?
The Union.
I wasn't watching their games that much though. There was another thing I was watching this year. I mean, Eagles always take my time up, but there's one other thing I was watching this year that took up like a lot of time.
Track.
No, that was in the summer.
It was when the Cowboys lost.
Yeah, right. But
the Celtics.
It was nice not to. Shut up. It was nice not having the
added stressor.
Yeah, like obviously there'll be a game on Saturday, but it was nice to have like 2 USA games over that break and be able to watch a little bit of World Cup. So I appreciated that. It was good playing by Qatar. A+ job. It looks hot in Qatar. Like all the players are always dripping in sweat. I'm like, I would not want to be playing in that.
Well, yeah, because they had to make their like stadiums like custom made essentially just so they could blow cold air into the stadium.
It's hot there. It's the middle of a desert, basically.
Yeah, it is. It's the middle of a desert on an oil reserve. Like there's nothing else.
That oil money go crazy.
It does.
I saw an infographic of how much was spent on like this World Cup compared to other World Cups, and I was like,
an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah. I mean, good for them. Like, people are hating.
Good for them, but their government is a little bit.
Let's not talk about how they made the stadiums.
Like and like also the whole like.
Let's not get.
They don't like women type thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, objectively, the
stadiums
look nice.
No,
they're amazing.
If you're looking like solely like they built some amazing.
Yeah.
Stadiums, yes.
I think my favorite thing was when they canceled their like contract with. Was it Budweiser?
Budweiser, because they were like, no, we don't allow alcohol here. And then Budweiser was like, well, what do we do? We have so much beer.
I saw a tweet, they said, we're just going to give it to the winning team.
Yeah, they did. Honestly, like, this is getting a little bit political, I guess, but, like, not too much. I kind of like that, like, there's been some pushback by people from Qatar about, like, other, like, countries trying to, like, push their sphere of influence on, like, their country. And, like, honestly, I kind of respect that. Like, they're like, oh, because everyone was in a rut about the drinking. And I was like, well... They're entitled to do what they want to do. And like, they're hosting the country. They don't want alcohol to be sold in their stadium.
Exactly. There's a big difference between that and human rights violations.
Yeah. Human rights violations.
Exactly. That's off the table. But it's like
some people are like, what do you mean they're not selling alcohol at the game? I'm like, they're allowed to do that. They don't share that culture. Like,
nationalism.
Yeah, like no. Bad Raj. Stop with your reverse colonialism. Stop it.
But yeah, I mean, I heard some people talking out about that. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, yeah, like they don't need to necessarily submit to like the United States' will and what the United States fans want at their stadium, which is just alcohol. So
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so I think they made a good point about
Very
that.
interesting.
But
I mean, they're still selling alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just
there's
it's a drink that tastes like beer.
They're selling it also before the game starts. I don't
Yeah.
think they're selling it during the game.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing.
Mhm.
Which honestly isn't a bad idea because like of how rowdy those
Yeah.
places would get. Like
Mhm.
you have
Can we
two
just-
countries like basically fighting each other. in
Can
the
we talk about
stands.
England and how disrespectful they were?
Yeah.
Did you hear? They're making 9/11 jokes, throwing paper airplanes at our fans.
Yeah.
Whatever. Lizzie's in the box.
It's fine. Yeah.
I didn't hear about the 9/11 jokes.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're notoriously like trash talkers,
Mhm.
whatever. But then they just cry about it when they made the sport and they're not the best at
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I was just about to say like, oh, that's 20 years ago. They should get over it. But then I was like, we keep talking about 1776.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, but yeah, Lizzie's in a box. So
Yeah.
who cares?
yeah, fair
Queen's
enough.
dead. Sucks. L
Boston Tea Party.
El Bozo.
All the we were just talking about this week in sports. All the memes about England lose, like
13
tying us.
colony
Oh my
lead.
god, they lost. Imagine.
It's funny and
It's
like,
so good.
yeah, and they have no response. They're like, yeah, we did.
Yeah, but no, my favorite thing though is so funny is when it's like you have English person and American person, they're like duking it out, and then a French person comes in. All bets are off, ganging up on them like every time. It's so funny.
as it should be.
As it should be.
Let's talk about Napoleon real quick. Anyway,
We surrender.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we're gonna revisit this conversation. If you did not watch the last episode, which you should go back and watch episode 37, we talked about Thanksgiving food.
Yes.
Wanted to re-update what was on the table for Thanksgiving, and specifically Raj.
Yes,
I want to know what was on your
What was
thing.
on your table?
Because now that was like a couple
That was
days.
a
That was a couple
super
days ago. It should be fresh in your
I will
memory.
re-answer this question right now. So
Yeah.
there was tandoori chicken made on the grill.
Okay.
Then there was like kebabs
Yeah.
with green seasoning. I forget the name of
That
it.
sounds fire.
Chicken kebabs.
My favorite. We don't eat beef.
That is
Just
fair.
chicken.
There's a lot of other kebabs.
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
We didn't get lamb. But Costco does sell a whole lamb for some reason. Moving on.
Well, there's lots of veggie
There's
kebabs.
kebabs.
Anyway.
There are a bunch of vegetarian options, like kind of like it's like an Indian version of a salad where it's
Yeah.
like this kind of like a fried rice kind of thing, and you mix it with like some vegetables, some chutneys, and everything.
Mhm.
Mostly all the vegetarians just eat that.
Do you say rice?
It's kind of like fried rice. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, okay. So it's not rice. though.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
yeah.
rice, but
It's
it's
a similar
like
consistency.
it's like
to that.
it's like think of just a hollow, a really small Cheeto.
Oh, I see what
Just
you're
like a
saying.
really
Oh,
good-
is it
it's
crunchy?
like-
yeah.
That's nice. Okay, yeah.
And crunchy,
Gotcha.
and you basically just mix a bunch of stuff with it and eat it.
Could you compare it to a crouton?
No,
No.
because isn't it more like it's like fried dough? Or
Yeah,
something
but
like
it's
that.
super
But it's
airy.
really, really small. It's like the air
I bet,
pockets
I
and
bet that's
stuff.
good.
Yeah, it sounds.
It is
really
really good. I can get it. There's like 50 Indian stores
good.
here.
That'd be good.
What else? Then there's the main dishes like turkey. We had that. There's
Okay.
cranberry sauce, corn,
Oh, boy.
mashed
Oh, no.
potatoes.
Okay.
I'm going down the main list. Calm down.
Sorry.
There was curry chicken.
Okay.
That was really good. Shout out my uncle. That was
That sounds
gas.
Oh, there's a lot of chicken then.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, how many people were at Thanksgiving?
That's a good question.
A lot.
I lost count because there was about 7 children with the combined
How
age
many
of 3.
families?
8.
8
Oh, okay,
families.
so
Actually,
a lot
my
of
bad.
people.
I lied. Like 12.
12
Okay, yeah.
families. Okay, so that's a lot. Yeah,
There was a lot, and there was about 7 children with the combined age of 3.
lots of babies.
I had a migraine. My head hurt so much from them yelling, and they have so much energy. How?
They're so small, but they have so much energy.
There was also a dog there, so that was fun.
Oh, that's good.
My cousin's dog,
That's good.
Golden Doodle. But let me think. What other food? For dessert, there was like the Ferrero Rochers. I forget how to say it. What else do we have for dessert? Honestly, we didn't even have dessert this Thanksgiving.
Really?
We just had that.
That's like a staple. for
Weird.
us.
Yeah. Strange. Yeah. Now that I think about it, we didn't really have dessert.
Tough.
Yeah, it did suck. Oh well.
Well, I'm glad you redeemed yourself after
Yes.
the
Yes.
debacle of the last podcast.
We got down
Okay.
to
In
it.
my
That was a very
defense,
succinct list.
now that I'm very collected at the moment,
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving's different every year with our family because we have it hosted at different houses. So there's like kind of like a different like
I see.
setup going into it. Like say if it was hosted at my house, we'd probably have dessert and like stuff already made. Compared to like certain uncles who are more traditional Indian, they would have more just Indian dishes in general.
Got it.
So it depends where you are.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm glad you're more collected
That was
now.
such a better
Yes.
answer.
That was a train wreck last time.
I'm much more collected today.
I don't eat traditional Thanksgiving foods. What do you eat? Turkey?
It's like, no, Justin, we don't eat traditional Thanksgiving food. We have turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, rice.
We had croissants. Yeah.
Wow. Were they the Pillsbury croissants?
Of course. We're lazy.
Gas. They're so
Yeah,
good.
It doesn't sound like you guys are lazy. You guys had like
No, that sounds really,
Yeah.
really good.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say lazy. I would say the American food wise. It's very,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
very
that's,
just
that's fair. That's fair.
like cranberry sauce was straight out the can.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Oh.
I was just like, let me try. Let's see if it can redeem itself this year.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
I mean, you can hear about our thoughts about cranberry sauce in the last. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
And to think that you drafted them on your team.
Unbelievable.
I
Idiot.
did draft them. Oh well.
Idiot.
I went traditional.
I mean, they're going to get cut simply. It's just
Yeah.
cap money.
They're gone.
They're like Ben Simmons.
They're like Ben Simmons.
Forever injured.
Forever
It's
injured.
just like his back.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Moving on from that. I had fried turkey. That was very good.
Oh, was that your first time having fried turkey?
No, but it was just like we always have fried
Okay,
turkey.
what was the seasoning rub on the outside?
So this year my aunt didn't actually do a seasoning rub, and I was kind of
Ooh.
pissed about it because normally she does like a Cajun rub on one of them, and then just does like a normal on the other. And the Cajun rub she does is always really, really good because she's one of those people where it's like she just like cooks any and everything and is like good at it. Like she just like is a cook. Like she hasn't had any like formal training. She's just so good.
Yeah.
Like the one thing she made, it was like we have like a lot of appetizers. She made this like Italian like soup that was so good. It was kind of like wedding soup, and it was like I forget what it was called, but it was like something different than that. There was I'm trying to think about what else there was. Oh, my
I don't know if I've ever had soup for Thanksgiving.
but it was like an appetizer
Yeah.
thing, so it wasn't like a main thing. My cousin smoked wings and had those as appetizers.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Wow.
they were so good.
Was there sauce with it?
It was like it wasn't super saucy, but it was like mostly like a dry rub. But then there was a little bit of like sauce like on the top. No, because you know what it was?
Yeah, I'm about to come over to your house for Thanksgiving.
It was a dry it was a dry rub, and then he had hot honey that he put on top.
Oh my god.
So
wow.
it was like sweet, spicy, savory, like
That sounds so gas.
and it wasn't super spicy, so you probably could eat them. I mean, you would probably think they were hot, but you could probably eat them.
Yeah.
Justin be going into the ER. He can't
Yeah,
drink
I mean
milk.
that is fair.
You don't have anything to say about going to the ER over there.
yeah, that's
Pipe
very
down.
true.
I love
Pipe down.
the ER.
That was right over there.
I would get the knife and do it again.
Well, settle down, Chief. But we had a very traditional Thanksgiving. It was like the turkey, it was stuffing, and it was stuffing with and without raisins because apparently that is a traditional thing to have in stuffing.
Interesting.
Never had raisins in my stuffing before.
I didn't go for
Now
that,
the real
obviously.
question is, are there raisins in your potato salad?
We didn't have a potato salad.
Okay.
Not in Thanksgiving. no.
I've never had a potato salad before.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
It
It's
doesn't-
just a stereotype.
doesn't look,
Yes.
doesn't look appetizing to me.
No, but
Pasta salad's good.
never had that either.
Oh, okay.
I've had it at like a cocktail.
Oh, macaroni
party.
salad's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's the same.
It is pretty much the
Yeah.
same. But yeah, it was just very traditional. Where it was like we had like the corn, there was like the beans. I think there was like the sweet potato casserole. It was like very, very
Do
traditional.
you have roasted broccoli?
No, roasted Brussels sprouts though.
Ooh.
I was missing Brussels sprouts this year. I didn't have any on the
Yeah.
table this year.
Apparently, Christmas is going to go stupid hard though.
Oh.
'Cause she's doing a lot of stuff for that.
Huge.
There's going to be like a ton of different desserts and stuff.
We're gonna have a whole entire like Christmas Christmas food draft.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah.
Wow,
Like,
I am
God, they love
I'm
food.
out for that.
Very
We're gonna,
out
have,
for that.
we're gonna have a
Yeah.
guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
My first pick, Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, hey, I'll bring you up. You can have Christmas with me.
Word. Actually, wait up. We get baited into a Christmas dinner again.
Again? There we
For
go.
context, my girlfriend invited me over to her house, and I didn't really know what like Christmas and all that stuff goes on.
Well, because you just got invited, but you
Yeah.
didn't realize it was Christmas.
yeah, so I get invited, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out. Next thing I know, her dad's setting me a plate. I go,
Oh, wait. It's the
Wait.
25th.
I'm like, oh, it's welcome to Christmas dinner then. Oops. And then I text her, I'm like, you could have warned me.
She's like, well, that wouldn't have been funny.
And I'm sitting there, and he's talking to me about the Crusades.
That was a whole thing.
That was a top 10 moment.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing.
That's like it's a whole different mindset because like I mean obviously like different religion, different
Mhm.
culture, but like to not like I mean Christmas is like the apex of every single year
Yeah.
for like my family. So like
Not
you're,
for me.
you're- 'cause you were I mean but you have other things, but like
Yeah,
um,
Diwali.
yeah
Yeah.
before like
Fireworks.
it was like December 25th comes up and everyone knows about it
Big
like
time.
around me and my family like
Yeah.
it's just like it's a big deal.
I mean,
we have
I
Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas
Mm-hmm.
dinner, like we go to mass on like Christmas Eve, like it's
don't do that. I
Yeah,
just do the presents. It's the best part.
Yeah, that, I mean, honestly, the Americanized Christmas is probably
amazing.
it's probably elite because not having to go to
Yeah.
mass is probably
Yeah.
so elite.
we don't go to mass. We haven't gone to mass the last 2 years, and
Yeah.
it's been pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think I always end up going. of like sleeping through it basically, but got to do it.
Do you go midnight mass for
No,
Christmas Eve?
God, no.
Okay.
I did that like one
Wait, do you do
time.
Christmas morning mass?
It depends. We go like at some point throughout the like Christmas like holiday. It's like we either do like Christmas Eve, but not like the night one. It's like we just like go to mass like really whenever they have them, or Christmas Day. Usually, like we go to mass.
Can you guys explain what goes on during mass for those 2 hours?
Okay, so it's literally
It's not 2 hours from my church.
So it's not. So my hometown in New Jersey, basically, it was the way it works. Like you start, there's like a whole like ceremony thing at the beginning, and they're like bringing up like the cross, like holy water. They're bringing up like the gifts and whatever, and then if I'm remembering this correctly, they essentially read a couple passages from the Bible. They'll have like some significance like to what you're talking about. And then for about, then it's like after that, then it's like the Eucharist, I think.
Do you guys do a homily or like a?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you like sing.
Speaking in tongues. We're
about to start speaking in Latin.
Some people call it something different. I forget what they call it, but it's pretty much just like the priest is giving like a message.
It's basically like he goes up and does like a 10 or 5-10 minute like stand up routine.
15 minute podcast.
Like it's literally like a stand up routine.
But usually like it connects like some kind of like life principle to like religion or whatnot.
Because if you have a cool priest, he'll just be cracking jokes the entire time.
Yeah.
Like my priest was a Jets fan, so he'd just be like, "And we will pray for the New York Jets this year," because they were bad for so long.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But yeah, and then it's like then you do like the Eucharist, you eat the bread, the little cracker
is that
thing.
the body of Christ?
Yes,
Amen.
yes, and then you
and
if you want to, you can drink the blood of Christ. You don't have to.
Is that wine?
Yes, that's the wine.
Or grape juice.
Or grape juice, depending on what. And then it's like then you just do another song, and then it's like you're done.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much how our church does it. Yeah. Like I mean, you gotta stand up. Priest walks in.
Yeah, there's different times you like stand up, sit down.
Songs.
You like say things too.
But generally, it's like a few songs.
Yeah.
Which the Christmas mass songs are really
are fire.
So like that's why like I like going on Christmas. I'm not like super religious, but like
you guys are gonna have so much fun in Indian puja. Next
I cannot wait.
There's so much fun.
I cannot wait till you get married. Oh my god.
Oh, the wedding ceremonies are actually fun. There's one of them where you guys just gonna go unload with this kind of like yellow paint on me.
The fact that you say like one of them is like
exciting. One of them. Yeah. There's one of the ceremonies. There's like 50, but
5 of them. But they're about an hour long.
Okay. There we go.
But no, like I mean, some songs that are fire.
Yeah.
Some readings.
Hot take: the Eucharist kind of tastes good.
If you haven't when I go on Easter morning, and if you don't eat a lot in the morning,
it kind of tastes good.
It's good, yeah.
It kind of tastes good.
Is that the piece of
the
bread?
consistency is like if you're eating bread styrofoam.
Well, yeah, is yours like this like really narrow like flat wafer?
Yes, it's really
has
thin.
lines in it. And
yes,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to people yesterday who were like, one time we had Hawaiian rolls, and I was like,
"That's fire!"
I know, that's what I was like.
Yes, it's like those. Yeah, it's those.
Yeah, it's those.
These look interesting.
That's literally just straight up Hawaiian rolls. That's fire.
They were just like, this is the body of Christ.
Oh my bless it. $27 on Amazon. I just wanted to try it.
Hey yo!
Don't order the Eucharist. Next thing you know,
oh my god, 900 of that.
Raj is gonna be on
next
the
thing you know,
podcast,
like lightning's gonna strike the house.
Like literally, Raj is literally just gonna be eating them like crackers on the next podcast. Like it's gonna be ridiculous.
What's wrong?
Just when I thought this podcast is going normally wrong.
No, Raj is gonna be eating the Eucharist, just plain.
Yeah.
No blessing, just cracker.
But
can't wait.
Sometimes it does hit. I remember I used to like, because every time we get Eucharist, my mental is always like 15 minutes left in mass.
Yes. Oh my god, you're like counting down.
Yeah. But so like I used to like eat the bread so slowly. Like I used to go in my mouth. I used to like slowly chew it. I used to be like very, especially we go to church Easter morning. Yeah. Christmas Eve night. Because we always like used to do like presents with our family in the morning. Like my grandparents would come over, and then we'd go to like some other house for dinner, or like we'd have big dinner at our house. So like we didn't have time to go to mass during the day, so we always did Christmas Eve night, Easter morning. Easter morning was brutal because like we'd always go to mass in the morning, then we'd come back and do our Easter baskets, and then like any Easter egg hunt, and it was just like you were so hungry in mass, and you were like starving, and then you get to Eucharist, and you're like,
a little bit of sustenance,
yeah, and then you're like,
You guys call yourself Christmas and Easter only? That's the thing, right?
I mean, I went more when I was like going through like church school.
Yes,
but like now I don't go
Sunday
more now.
Stuff.
Palm Sunday is pretty lit.
Palm Sunday is pretty cool. You got the stuff.
That's that one.
No, that's
that's Ash Wednesday. Palm Sundays, you get the palms. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You get like it's a whole thing. Like I'm not explaining the Bible to you, But,
Long story short, someone went through town and they waved palms.
They waved palms that had holy water.
Yeah.
Oh,
To like bless people.
I thought you were about to push your religious beliefs.
I literally said I'm not explaining the Bible to you. Why would I then go on and try to convert you to Christianity?
I don't know. Are you a missionary?
No, I just said I'm not.
You asked us to question what we do at Mass.
And I just said I'm not explaining the Bible to you. I'm just going to tell you what happens. And you're like, are you pushing your religion on me?
I like making this podcast unhinged.
Oh my god.
Where were we?
I don't even know how we got on Mass, but
Christmas.
Yeah.
And then you guys said you said something about religion being different, and then you start talking about Mass, and I go,
oh yeah.
Yeah, like how does that work?
No, it's just wild to think that like December 25th is like
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know.
That's a normal thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like it's strange.
I just say that's a day off.
Yeah,
That's fire.
especially just because like the area I live to, like there was no one else who was not like Catholic ever.
Yeah, it was a Catholic, Christian,
Yeah.
Presbyterian, like anything, just all of the
I can't say it.
white-
My area was very
white Catholic small town.
white Catholic. I mean, I actually did have a decent amount. I actually had a decent amount of Indian people that lived in my town too.
Interesting.
Yeah, they all celebrated Christmas though.
I mean, I don't celebrate it religiously. I celebrate the American Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It'll actually be. I'll be really curious to see because I mean, like, this is not a hot take. Like, religion's like statistically on the way down.
It is.
So it'll be curious to see like when we're like 40, 50, 60 years old, like where
There'll
like
be parts where it'll still be very predominant.
Oh no, there's
absolutely, yeah.
always going to be
Yeah.
places where it's predominant, but it's still. I feel like it's more of like at this point, Christmas is becoming more of just a national holiday of just like.
Well, a good example is like I'm not really religious, but I still like going to Mass for like Easter and Christmas. Like
I do.
I just like being there.
I like that.
But like I don't know if the church continues to decline. There's less churches around. It's like not a big thing.
Yeah.
Like who knows if I would go to Christmas Eve Mass in like 20 years
Just make it on
like
Zoom, virtual.
They did it over COVID.
no, I did, and I didn't go.
We just simply.
I'm not religious. Like
So-
not religious. I just go for the vibe most of the time.
Yeah.
But like, so I'll be curious to see like what happens at that point because like I don't know, just be a different world.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, but it sounds like we had a pretty good Thanksgiving overall.
Yeah,
Just
pretty good.
chilling back at school.
Shout
So
out to
school.
Westic.
So we talked about kind of school, how school's ending soon, but like now it's like
Yes.
there's a like
No,
record's
not
on,
yet.
the record's on Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so pretty much we have 1 week of classes left,
Yay.
and then finals.
Yay. Wait, no, not yay.
No,
we have been
not
through
yet.
2.5 years of our college education.
Wow.
I'm gonna stay in school forever.
I was just turning 21
scared.
this month.
Yeah.
I'm turning 21 in 10 days.
The 11th.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then like it's just like it's crazy. Like we're halfway
getting
through our
old.
junior year.
We're getting old.
I don't like this.
My sister looked at me the other day. She said she was old. I'm like, Joss, you're 23.
Yeah.
Like, you're not old. And she's like, but my entire life is behind me. And I'm like, you are 23.
She's still in school.
She's in PA school.
Actually, I can't say anything. I'm at home and I like get up. I'm like, oh, my arthritis.
Like, I feel like an old man.
My mom looks at me. She goes, "Shut up."
It's so funny. Yeah.
But thoughts on how this year's closing out finals wise?
You know, gotta finish strong. That's just my only opinion.
Yeah, that's just gotta finish strong. Gotta block out everything else that's going on and just like buckle down, do your best.
Like,
Yeah.
I think the best part is like I start doing the thing where I'm like, okay, I have this many points in. How many points do I
No.
need to get on the final to
Yep,
get an A?
yep, yep,
I already
yep.
did the math for all my classes. I'm
Yeah,
chilling.
yeah.
Maybe
Maybe we'll see.
Anatomy is a class I'm not like
anatomy.
because if I do, I mean, I've done good on the exams, but like if I did bad on the exams, then we'd be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Not like failing class trouble, but like Justin's
You wouldn't do as well.
Justin's 4.0 standards
Yes,
trouble.
So yeah.
But yeah, no. And I want to know people's thoughts on like finals as a whole. It's very like having a big standardized exam like finals is like a very controversial education.
Our finals aren't real finals though.
No, I'm saying finals
Like,
as a whole
if
as a
it's an
concept.
actual-
As
as
a
a concept.
as a concept, what are our thoughts on finals?
I don't.
I think they should be weighted much less than what they are weighted.
Because there's no way, especially the way that professors, at least in my experience, have tended to like use them, where it's like they'll pull like some obscure part from like one chapter,
Mhm.
and then like think that like that encompasses all knowledge on that subject.
Yeah.
And it's like it just doesn't make sense.
I think what would be more beneficial than like a final exam is every class has a final paper. Number one, reading and writing is important. So like force everyone to do that. And like you have to like even if it was an OChem, you have to write a paper. It doesn't have to be like 12 pages, like a couple pages long,
No, yeah.
detailing what you learned this year. Like personally or also like academically. So OChem, you'd be like, well, beginning of the year, we started off with alkene reactions. And like I learned X, Y, or Z. That is the conjugated system. Like, I learned Huckel's rule. I learned how to do these like a bunch of different kind of reactions.
If you were able to then apply that to like the real world,
and then even if you can just describe what you did, you're gonna go
like something like that.
If I was tasked with explaining how what I'd learned in OChem, I would go back to my notes and be like, all right, I would have to sit there and walk through my notes and be like, all right, what did I learn? And then I have to write a little blurb about, not that like, oh, I understand this concept, but more about like what it is. And then it recalls your memory. By the end of the year, it recalls your memory. And then you're like, oh, actually, I remember everything versus like rote memorizing.
And that's the thing with finals, though. It's not just one class. It's like damn near all of them.
Yeah. Especially at a big university like ours.
Yeah.
So I don't mind finals. I tend to do pretty well in finals. But it is stressful when you're like presented with the whole entire year of work. Yeah. And you're like, oh, I have to memorize it all.
Yeah.
But
I have to memorize 7 chapters.
I just feel like there's better ways to like summarize everything you learned in the year than like a one big exam that is worth a lot of points.
Yeah, and I always feel like the way that they're usually timed out, it's like you have like a last exam and then it's just like the final right after it. It's like we just finished.
Yeah.
Or like you keep learning more material that then is going to be on the final. And then it's like, all right, now you just got to recall stuff you learned in August.
Yeah, and in a little different sense, like I just wrote a paper for history that was due tomorrow, but I submitted it today.
Oh, and big flex.
I know. And then tomorrow, not tomorrow, a week later, I have an exam in that class. It's like my final exam. And I'm like, man, like I just like did all this work to read this book, write this paper.
Yeah, you just did all that work just to then need to do more work.
And then now I need to like this weekend go back and like start studying for history again. And I'm like, man, like this stinks.
No, it's the same thing with my chem students. They just had their last exam before the final, and now they're all just freaking out. Like, how are we supposed to study for this? I'm literally telling them, like, guys, you just took the 3rd exam, so you don't need to worry about any of that material.
No,
that's fine with that stuff.
That kills me because people all the time say,
don't worry about the 3rd one, and then
well, you have like.
I mean, I tell them, still worry about it. See what you did wrong.
Still concern yourself.
If you have an exam 2 weeks before finals, and like you should not study that content at all for the finals. Like, because you should go into the exam with the mindset that you need to do well. Like, some people are like, well, I didn't study that much for this exam. I was like, that's your fault then. That the reason the exam was so close to the finals is because, like, the teacher usually says, you shouldn't need to study all of that because, like,
you should have already
learned it.
Yeah.
Which is, like, true, but people don't, like, do that.
Yeah.
They're, like, all freaking out, like, is there going to be another exam review? I'm like, guys, I got my own stuff to do. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
That's my favorite when other people start like stressing out about exams, and like, I mean, you serve as a tutor and I serve as like a resident assistant, and like sometimes my residents will be like asking me questions like, dog, I've got classes too. Like,
I got my own life to deal with.
And you're like, I've got my own anatomy exam to study in the first book.
I do really like that paper idea though.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I know. I should sit on some board or something.
How about you just take over the Curtis Institute? There it is.
It's actually an education institute.
It's both.
We train the doctors of tomorrow that work in our facility. It's a campus.
It's a campus. There we go.
If anyone's got a lot of land, let me know.
A lot of land and a lot of money.
The Institute of Scientific Excellence.
The Justin Institute. It's not even the Curtis Institute. It's just the Justin one. There's a difference. The Justin Institute.
I'm gonna actually create the Curtis Institute one day. And I'm gonna mess it up and put the Justin Institute. And
instead, because you're gonna forget.
We got this nice sign. We're gonna put a bulletin board on the highway.
You're like, oh no.
We're gonna put a big thing on the highway. It's gonna be a nice entire, what do they call them? Billboards.
The Justin Institute of Technology JIT.
I go to the JIT.
You have to go to Florida then. You have to have your university in Florida then.
I'm not going to Florida.
You're gonna be a Florida JIT.
Yeah.
The Justin Institute of Technology, the JIT.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it in
That's
Florida.
Florida slang.
The students are known as the JITs.
No, I refuse to go to Florida.
Well, it's gonna be underwater anyway.
Yeah. No, it's New Orleans.
That's just the South.
How do we get back to New Orleans?
New Orleans slander.
Yeah. The Bayou. What'd you say about their schools?
About what schools?
Nothing.
Don't want me to pull up the state rankings again?
For context, our friend Jacob, who is on hiatus from this podcast, went to high school in New Orleans, and we slander it all the time because he can't defend himself.
No. Here's what. Here we
go. No, don't actually go on this.
No, I'm going to explain it, and you guys can go back and look for yourself on the last time we talked about this on the podcast. I don't remember what episode.
You said you're going to join gigs. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah,
because Jacob said that. Like, the state education is not good in Louisiana. So my point was, New Jersey is a better state than Louisiana because in New Jersey, you get the #1 ranked education, public education in the country versus from our friends' own experience, you don't go to public schools in Louisiana because they're really bad and they're dangerous, especially if you go inner city New Orleans. And that data is supported by the fact that Louisiana has the 48th ranked state education in the country. If you're unaware, there's 50 states in the United States.
They are on the bottom.
Wait,
The only worst ones are New Mexico and Alaska. Those are not places that I would consider like up to standard.
Considering Alaska is Alaska last?
49. New Mexico's 50.
How is New Mexico below Alaska? There's no one there.
Because they're just watching Breaking Bad and thinking they could be Saul Goodman or something.
The higher education is 24, but they're
They have like polar bears for teachers in Alaska.
Oh, Alaska?
Like,
they're taught how to bobsled? No. What's the thing where they have the little dogs just running? I forget.
I know it's the Klondike race.
You know,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is ranked 50th in higher education.
Oh, they're taught to do medicine runs. That's it. They take the dogs and just start running. Wait,
That's insane.
I know.
what?
I would
Pennsylvania?
50 in higher education.
50 or 15?
50.
50.
So the worst in higher
Yeah.
education.
There's an Ivy.
Penn.
Oh yeah.
What?
I was about to say, like, as much as we trash on Penn State and
Good
like,
work
all
there.
those schools,
You actually did such yourself.
That was good.
as much as we trash on Penn State and like I don't know Temple or Drexel or like those other PA schools, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Where's Jersey rank?
New Jersey in higher education.
Yeah.
Let me find that.
Also, did you know that in Alaska, kids are taught to walk in groups to school when they're very, very young?
27 higher education.
So that way,
Really?
yeah, the 27. But yeah, so kids that are going to like elementary school in Alaska, they have to like walk in groups so like eagles don't snatch them.
Is that actually true?
That's real.
Wow.
You can look it up.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Also in Maine, during driver's ed, people are taught how to hit a moose properly. Because if you actually need to accelerate and hit it as fast as you can, because if you go slow, you will die. But if you go faster, you will hit the moose and it will go over the hood of your car and you will live.
Listen, that's science. Like
I know, right? Like, hey, that's some education right there.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
a real thing they got to be teaching.
Exactly.
but no, that's how we start off on education. I don't know. We talk about education a lot on this podcast. I don't know. It's
It's
kind of
almost like we're in school right now.
and it's almost kind of like it's important.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, yeah, no, I do like the finals idea though. Just I don't know. Like I just think there's better ways to summarize and like bring to your attention. Like I enjoy writing papers more because like if I read a book and I have to write a paper on it, like that requires me to read the book. And even if I don't understand the book really that well, because I sped through it, then I have to go back into the book to make my argument. So then by the end, like
You understand the
I just read about a massacre that happened in El Salvador. So like now I know about the massacre there. So I might not know about my whole entire history. I might not remember everything from my
But you
history
remember
class
key
this year.
piece.
But I remember that this event happened and that it was really bad and how it highlights like bad U.S. policy in South America, Central America.
And
So
that's
then-
what you learn.
And that's what the part of the course is about. So you know what? Like that's helpful right there.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like professors, they don't, as much as we think, oh, they're trying to, like, they have it out for us, they really don't.
No.
Like, after TAing
No.
and everything, they don't. And, like, at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is it's like, it's a very political kind of education system everywhere.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
departments, they give finals and all that stuff for a reason and
Yeah.
all that. And they give, like, they make teachers try to reach a certain, like, grade.
Quota, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I taught a course, which hopefully I'll teach a good course one day.
Mhm.
I'd love to teach some.
But the
After
thing
you
is,
found
it's not
the
your
curriculum.
choice. Your department has to approve.
Well, no, but
No,
that's what it's
not
founding-
a college. I
Oh,
would teach
right.
a
Well,
college.
no, you can. If you found the Curtis Institute,
Yeah.
you'll be able to then run your own thing.
Yeah.
But say if you try to do that at Pitt, it would not fly.
Somehow the Curtis Institute became an educational facility. Not.
It's just become, I think it's just become a
Multi-
conglomerate.
yeah.
Like, it's just.
I also really like public transit. Maybe I could create a transportation
You're just
network.
going to be your own country.
He's just gonna,
Estonia.
he's gonna annex
All
the
right, wait,
United
hold on.
States.
Okay, if I was a Justin Institute and I was starting my own country called Justin,
Atlantis.
where would my land be? You think?
South Jersey.
I just cut off South Jersey and
Yeah,
absorbed
yes.
it.
You'll love the Pinelands.
You love them fucking ways.
I mean, honestly, like if there's a lot of land there, we could do some. I mean, that's deforestation. That's kind of
Yeah.
bad.
But then you could just replant the trees.
Yeah.
Where?
In the forest.
On campus.
On the buildings.
Yes.
I'll cover
Just put it on top.
It'll be like a secret society.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. The Justin Institute. People just be like, I'm going to school in the woods. Where at?
It's like, where are you going? I don't know.
Yeah. But I heard there's a good school in there. But no, so school's winding down. Very, very excited to be done. I mean, Raj and I will be studying for the MCAT over the break, but it's different when you don't have like all the coursework.
Yeah.
Honestly, during Thanksgiving break, I was able to actually study without wanting to rip my hair off because I have to worry about other classes.
Yeah.
I was actually like, wow, this is a lot easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, imagine.
Wow, I can have a balance of something.
I know, crazy.
So, Now we're gonna do a kind of a big segue to would you rather questions.
I
don't think we've
one.
ever.
I got the first one.
I have a list.
No, I have a good one. This is what we're related to.
Well, let me do the transition first.
Jesus.
I'm very excited about this question. That's why.
So I don't think we've done this before. Would you rather questions? Like this is like what we'll do in like our free time if we're ever hanging out. So like just get
we
really
do this all the time.
off topic. So
Don't worry. Our Patreon will have the.
I'm gonna set the over under that we're only gonna get through 3.5.
Yeah,
that's the line right now because I know we're gonna go on like.
We're just gonna start
I don't know if this will cause controversy or not, but
All right, go ahead, Raj.
Would you rather kiss Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth?
There's an obvious answer.
Okay, then what is it?
Chris Hemsworth.
I'm going Evans.
I knew it. My answer?
Who you giving a big smooch?
Do I give it to the Viking or Mr. Vanilla?
Mr. Vanilla? Who? Oh.
Actually, I gotta go Chris Evans. He literally just won Sexiest
Man of the Year. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chris
That's why
Evans.
I wouldn't do it. It's too cliche.
It's too cliche. Oh my god.
And Chris Hemsworth's a Viking.
Well, he's Australian.
Yeah.
He's not a Viking.
He is a Viking.
No, he's not.
He's an Asgardian Viking.
Oh my god.
You know, I'm slowly starting to believe he's just a kangaroo.
He's
Maybe
just a
it's human,
kangaroo
like-
in a human body.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but okay.
Yeah,
So
Chris
yes,
Pratt-
so we
Chris-
have
He's
Chris
not
Pratt.
human, that's
Who
why.
else is on that list besides Chris Pratt?
Pine is a close one.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, Chris Pine.
Here.
In Wonder Woman?
This guy.
I have never seen Wonder
This
Woman.
guy.
Bro, you know Chris Pine.
Him.
No, I haven't watched Wonder Woman.
What?
Okay, we need to move on from that before I scream it.
I told you, once I'm to the NK, I need to get to my DC movies.
Please, just ask the next would you rather for the love of God.
Would you rather get $100 per day forever or $1 million in a lump sum?
$100 per day. Call it passive income.
Is that your answer?
What is because wait. So what is that? $360,000 a year?
$36,000, I think.
$36,000 a year. So then it would take how many years to get up to $1 million? Can we do some math?
A little over. A little.
Or how about
over
we just do the
15 years,
calculator?
I think.
All right.
Wait, no. I'm not wrong.
Don't. There's no way you're about to do the bit where you just keep swearing. Okay, so just do some quick math for me.
Sorry, I had to write down with Raj curse so I can censor it from the podcast. Anywho, $36,000 divided by
Oh yeah, I think
27 years.
Yeah, 27.
28 years if you want to round.
I don't know if that is that the right number of zeros. Yeah,
It's 28 years sounds right.
28 years.
I would take $1 million in a lump sum.
And then invest it.
I wasn't even thinking invest it. I was just thinking like, I mean, people are gonna be like, that's stupid, but like, short-term gain of having complete financial stability through medical school, apartments, food, and not being like dealing with that, and then having no debt when I.
Now, is this $1 million taxed?
Or is it
No,
just,
just-
I think it's just straight.
Yeah.
Just because then that would also imply that the $100 is taxed.
Okay.
And then that would only be like $80.
Yeah,
So
that's just So yeah, I would do the $1 million up front and then invest.
Now that I think about it, $1 million does sound
$1 million, invest some of it, and then also just like
use
financially
some of it.
secure yourself while you're.
To be good.
Because $1 million is still a lot.
$1 million's a lot of money if you know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I agree that $100 a day is like very nice passive income.
income.
Like I would probably give that answer if I was like
If you were young,
If I was-
probably.
starting my job as a doctor.
Oh yeah.
Because like then it's passive income, and then like I mean that would cover like if you wanted to buy lunch out, coffee out, and all this stuff.
It would
during
literally
the day.
cover your expenses for every day.
Yeah.
pretty much.
And then, but I'm not in that spot. I'd rather just use it to like take care of myself now while you
Yeah.
got a long journey ahead.
Yeah.
But all the passive income people are gonna be doing. But if
Shut
you
your
put $100, you put $100 a day,
Yeah.
or $50 at $100 away
Yeah.
in an
But you
account,
invest the $100
in a high bond
in a
interest
high
account.
bond. Just invest in the S&P 500. Who cares?
I'm glad we're in agreement on that. Would you rather be forced to listen to only one album forever or only watch one TV show forever?
Oh.
I'm going to go with the album.
And then I need to know what album you're listening to.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's so painful.
Now I got to pick an album.
Oh my god.
And that was a tough one.
I need to find the longest rap album there is just so I have variety.
I mean, just do.
Should I just go with my cliche number one Spotify artist called it?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Tickets to My Downfall. No, I would go with. As much as I like the album, I'm gonna go with obviously something different. I don't think I can listen to it every day.
Think.
no one can see your face when you're doing
I'm
that.
thinking.
think-
That's why.
I think I am going. Damn it. I think I'm gonna have to pick an album.
I don't know what album though.
I thought you guys were gonna. You guys are probably more music people than I am, so I thought you guys were gonna go TV show.
I'm
so
thinking Drake,
No,
but I don't
just
know what
because like
Drake album.
there's like never being able to watch another TV show.
Another Marvel.
That's
TV show.
terrible.
Like never again.
Just watch She-Hulk every day.
I'd rather put my head to a wall.
Yeah. Album.
I would say I would listen to. I would say "Damn" by Kendrick Lamar.
When you said "damn it," I thought you were going with "damn." Like when I heard you say "damn it,"
That's what it popped in my head.
Yeah, I was like, I think he's gonna go "damn" by Kendrick Lamar. I would I would probably just listen to Astroworld.
Yeah,
Every day.
that's a great one.
Oh, that's a long album too.
Yeah,
Ah.
they're both decently long albums.
I'm gonna go with Views. It's a long album. It has good songs here and there.
It's got like different.
It got different vibes here and there, so I can survive without going insane.
It's the last.
I would probably listen if I was like close. Like what's the name of the album with Passion Fruit in it?
Views. Wait,
Not
no,
Views.
that's not Views.
No, that's just look at Drake albums.
I forget what it's called, but that's a good album too. It's one of
the.
I know this album.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why is I know the album
Why
pretty
is
well.
that is not Drake?
More
Life. Yeah,
More Life. Yeah,
More Life was a solid album.
Yeah, More Life would be on the list. It's pretty long. It has a lot of different beats in it. But no, I would. One show would be brutal because like that means no new content that comes out
ever.
Yeah, like I would. If I only could listen to one album for the rest of my life, I could just listen to less music, and I think it could survive. I know some people are like, I can't survive without music. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. Imagine having to watch The Office every day on repeat. Like the first 2 times will be okay.
I would if I had to choose a show. Okay, if you had to choose a show, that what would it be? I would watch Big Bang Theory. I think with so many episodes.
I would go with Grey's Anatomy just because there's so many episodes and they're so
That's
long.
really valid.
I can survive.
Grey's Anatomy is a good one.
Actually, no, I changed Breaking Bad.
Because I was about to say you're gonna like want to throw.
I'm gonna go Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's
actually.
short though, like pretty short relatively.
I wouldn't say so. The episodes are an
like
hour long, and
6
there's like 20 episodes per season.
Yeah, but
seasons, I think.
I think 6 or 7.
Breaking Bad.
Or no, there's 5.
All right, 2 guys with a computer. Who's faster? Ooh, how many seasons of Breaking Bad?
5.
5.
Got
Yeah.
him. All right.
I didn't need to press enter.
Yeah, but season 1 has 7 episodes in it.
So I can rewatch Breaking Bad. There's some very hidden messages.
You just
in that
lied. You
fucking
said
game.
20 episodes per season. It's 7, 13.
Is it actually? Damn, I need to stop watching on 1.5 speed.
Oh my god.
7, 13, and 13.
Wait, why would you think there was? If you were watching it faster, you would think there was less episodes.
I lose track when I watch these shows. I fall asleep.
It's
when I'm
7,
watching.
13, 13, 13.
Is it actually?
And then whatever this one is, and it doesn't say.
I guess I'm going back to Grey's Anatomy then. I thought it was a lot more.
I don't know what show I would watch.
Season 5 is 16. So
If I had to pick one show to watch for the rest of my life,
Now, can we do a show that is still updating episodes?
sure.
That changes things.
I mean, Grey's Anatomy is still doing that.
so like, are you betting on a show now?
I'm thinking, how many more seasons does Grey's Anatomy have left? And then
It's got at least like 3 or 4.
I don't know.
Bro,
Dude, Meredith's
I
leaving.
can't watch that. There's no way. I couldn't watch that for that long.
The end of the seasons, I haven't really watched since 17, but the back half of seasons get pretty rough. You get sick of it, but
Yeah.
also like it would take you so long to get to that point.
Yeah, because I would say something like Supernatural because it's got like an ungodly amount of seasons and episodes in that.
You just watch The Simpsons.
That's what I was thinking. The Simpsons, low key.
The Simpsons, Family Guy, like
You know they're never canceling The Simpsons.
yeah.
I think
I'll go with Family Guy.
I think I'm gonna go with The Simpsons just because I know Grey's might come to an end very soon.
At least it's like entertainment.
Yeah.
Like you could always find.
You are saying though that like it's ending pretty soon, which is true, but like I think you're still discounting the fact that like the 40 minutes episodes on 20 seasons.
Yes, but The Simpsons are never gonna end, and I'll have new content here and there.
Yeah.
And there's also 700 episodes now of The Simpsons.
Yeah,
It's been
there's-
years since they released their 500th.
Yeah. What did you just say?
500th. 500th. Wow, that was really bad.
What did you
Add it
just
to the
say?
quote book.
Can we clip that and just put it there?
Yeah, the 500th.
500th. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Anyway,
Even
Wasn't
I'm
really-
saying wow.
Wow,
Like,
wasn't
that's new.
that was
I should
tough.
probably get tested for some speech.
stop. What are you saying?
Honestly, like okay, I was having this up the other day. I have not been speaking well recently.
Same.
I think it's become like I'm just exhausted. Like I think
it's probably what it
I think
Yeah.
actually like I'm losing my words and typing poorly because like I like
is. Has everybody's memory also been terrible recently? Like,
I don't think my memory's been that bad.
It's not as good as it used to be. Wow, I sound
Like
like
my speech has been really. I don't always speak well. I'm bad at pronouncing things, but like, I don't know. Like recently, with just being tired, I'm like, I just think it's declined, and I think I can tell when I'm like I didn't notice at all over break when I was like sleeping 8 hours. Like, oh, I haven't even imagined having a bad talking day, and then sometimes I'm like trying to talk, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I blame school.
Okay, I have a would you rather.
Yeah.
It's not like two decisions, but it is like would you rather. So like, you have the 3 utensils.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you rather get rid of? You have to choose 2 utensils to keep. Fork, spoon, knife.
I'll get rid of the spoon.
I'm gonna get rid of the fork.
Huh?
Hear me out.
What is wrong with you? Spoon is the only option.
I can still eat stuff with the spoon.
You're gonna get a steak, right?
And you're gonna use a spoon.
I know you don't eat beef, but I'm just giving like the general like.
So you're gonna take a whole piece of chicken and eat it with a spoon and a knife.
Yeah.
Just cut it with the. Oh wait, that's
You're gonna cut it with a knife.
I forgot that you'd have to hold.
Well, you can still hold it. But
No, you already said spoon.
But even on the.
If the chicken's cooked well enough, a spoon could be able to stab it.
No, but I'm saying even if you like held it down,
Ew.
you could cut it with a knife and hold it down with a spoon, right? But then you're gonna
You're
scoop
gonna
up the chicken and be like,
it, or you're gonna stab it like a maniac, and then at that point, it's like, what's even the point of having the spoon? Like, are you giving up a fork for like what cereal?
What?
I think that was
I would just eat cereal.
I
With
think that was a matter of me not speaking right.
and then drink
I meant
soup
fork,
with knife.
or I meant what?
What did you just say?
Wait, what?
Like if I got rid of a spoon, I would just eat cereal. I don't eat cereal with milk, so I just eat it with my hands.
I thought you said you were putting cereal in soup.
No,
I thought cereal was soup.
No.
At some point.
No. I said I would eat soup by just drinking it.
Okay, so there was a comma in there. That
Yeah.
I just did. Okay.
So what's more maniacal, taking away the knife or the spoon?
What's more maniacal, taking away the knife or the fork?
Bro, I can't even believe that word's in your vocabulary.
Dog.
Maniacal?
I don't even know what that means.
What? Wait. Okay. Time out for a second. Maniacal.
I have no idea what it means.
It's like evil.
Yeah.
Oh, what's what?
Maniac, maniacal. It's kind of in the root word there. Manic.
I get that, but like
a maniacal
I
laughter.
still have never heard that word in my entire life.
Like,
I have a pretty poor vocabulary though. Grammarly always like.
This is weak.
No, it's always like you like I could just like pull an example right here. Like it's always just like, yeah, you don't use unique words. And I'm like, thanks for telling me something I already know. Like I'm just not
a
a
maniacal laugh.
Okay, so
what's more evil, taking away
the fork or the knife?
That's what I meant. Yeah.
The fork or the knife?
Yeah.
It's clearly taking away the fork.
Yeah, because like the fork is like a vehicle to like get stuff into your mouth.
Now that we're talking this through, I feel like I answered way too fast, and I want to change my answer, but I know I can't.
You already said spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
You already said you're keeping your spoon and your knife, and you're getting rid of the fork.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. We don't really need to do this right now.
Okay. Anyway, those are only 4.
Yeah, I use 38% unique words in like my paper, which is below average.
Yeah.
37% rare words.
Yeah, we're putting spoons.
Shut up.
But yeah, no, I would. Yeah, you can't get rid of the fork.
You just gotta go fork.
Because even if you like have a steak or like a chicken, stab it and then just if you have to, or try to saw it with the. Well, like, how are you gonna pick up mac and cheese with a knife? Like, you gonna?
I mean, you have a spoon, but.
Oh, I was thinking of getting rid of both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a different question, we went with keeping one utensil. I would have gone with fork.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I answered way too
Wait.
fast.
So wait. No.
Yeah.
So no. So if the question was you could only have one utensil, you would keep the fork.
Uh-huh.
But if you had an option of keeping 2 utensils, you would get rid of the fork.
I changed it. You said after talking it through, I don't like my answer anymore.
I barely use spoons. Like maybe sometimes if I have like a
you
pie,
just
I'll
use
a spoon.
But you can use a fork for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like cereal, but like I can't.
You can use a fork to eat cereal.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've used a spoon this semester.
Because it's like soup. Well, you just sip the soup, and then if there's anything big, you can use the fork to get it out.
Wow, that's a terrible take.
Yeah, I really want to.
That's probably getting clipped, honestly.
Clip number 5, Raj being an idiot on the podcast.
Clip number 7,000.
Yeah, I just need to clip them. Just fine. If you guys want a job, that
I mean, you want to be an editor?
just
I have a gold mine of stupid stuff.
Yeah, and please, that we can use help.
Just follow Raj around and just record everything he says. You won't be able to use 90% of it, but the 10% that we can use will be very funny.
It'll be gold. All right. Would you rather be on Big Brother or Survivor, and why?
Okay.
Because I think this
Which
is
one has the bigger cash prize?
I think Survivor does.
Survivor.
I think Survivor.
I'll be on Survivor.
Um,
Have you ever seen any of the show? Either?
I watched Survivor. Big Brother, I remember watching maybe an episode of it.
it's
Okay,
kind of like it's like a dating show without dating, where it's like you like eliminate people, like you have to do like challenges and stuff, but you're all like living in the same house type thing.
Yeah, honestly, Survivor looks more fun.
That's literally my reasoning. Survivor
Yeah.
looks more fun.
Okay, I would do Big Brother.
Why?
I think there's way more layers to Big Brother than Survivor.
Aren't you in a relationship?
What do you, it's not a dating show.
No,
Wait, it's not? You just
I
said that.
just said it's not a dating show.
Oh my god.
It's like a dating show, but instead, like, no, it's
I-
not actually a dating show.
Hold up, let me just look at the synopsis.
It's the synopsis is that people go into a house and you vote people off and you do challenges for like security and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like you have to like interact.
But
with
you have to
people.
like put people up on the voting block and then the house members vote on people to get out.
Yeah.
And you
There
make
is a lot more like
Oh, this. Yeah, no, I would never want to be on this. I watched half an episode and turned it off.
there's
Right.
there's so many layers to it.
it's too complicated.
And also you get more like screen time, so like you would build a better fan base like off of Big Brother. Like this podcast would go crazy if I was on Big Brother.
Oh, big guy,
Okay.
get on Big Brother then.
Yeah, I know. Well, me and my sister are trying to apply to be on The Amazing Race.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
That would be
I know.
cool.
I really want to do it.
Introducing the Curtises.
Yeah. But we need to like make a whole entire clip like
Yeah.
thing or whatnot. But I really do want to do it sometime soon because like
Well,
I think
yeah.
it'd be fun.
that'd be nuts.
Yeah, she'd be so bad at it though.
She'd be so bad.
Katie, I know Katie's not watching this, but like if you're watching this, hi.
Hi, and
but
you're,
also
you're bad at the Amazing
yeah,
Race.
she'd be so bad. Like I'd be like, get over here! No,
over
we're,
here." Like,
we're
"What?"
not going. Italy's not that way.
Italy is not that way. Italy is south, but it says Italy that way. That doesn't say Italy.
She could not tell you where like countries are in relation to each other. So it'd be like hop on a flight over to India, and like we'd be in like Washington D.C. and she'd be like, "Where is that?"
No, you'd be like in Indiana.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, she wouldn't be great at it, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
And I think we'd make some for some gold TV because if you just watch someone who's like an alpha like me.
oh, big
Yeah.
guy.
And I'd just be like, get over here, like,
Wow,
let's
big,
move.
big alpha guy over here.
And I'd honestly be the person that like try to do every challenge, and then like at the end, like they'd be like, well, you have to have her to do the challenge, like it needs to be even. And I'd be like, crap, and then she'd be like scaling some like large building, like scared for her life. And I'd be like, you got this.
You have thought about this.
I really would like to do it. Yeah.
That's like, this is legit. This isn't just like
No, this isn't for the bit.
like,
Like,
this is like a
I
legit
want
thing.
like we have had conversations about. I've talked to people to help us film
That is so
for this before,
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
so I want to do it.
Dang.
You laugh.
I just found a question that just applies to me.
Oh, okay. Do you want to share with the rest?
Oh,
of
it's
us?
just, would you rather have tea with Queen Lizzie or a beer with Prince Harry?
Oh, so for you it's neither. Because
Yeah.
You hate both of them.
Yeah, and Prince Harry hasn't done anything bad yet. We walk away from the family.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I needed to make sure that was the right one.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
like,
agree with
which
him.
one is that one
That's
again?
William. He's the one that he's bald and ugly.
All right.
Tuesday.
So why
Sorry.
Survivor?
Why Survivor? Because my head small, lift heavy thing, win.
The problem is I don't know. My only thing with Survivor is like I think it's like you have to deal with more like I would love to be on Survivor, but like
Yeah.
I think you just have to deal with like more crap in general, like
Yeah.
dealing with the environment and whatnot, which could be fun, but also like you just kind of have to deal with that.
Also,
And then-
yeah. I also don't want to be cringe and be like, oh, well, I was a Boy Scout, whatever. But
Yeah.
like, I do have like
Yeah.
I have a decent
No, that's
background
valid.
in like actual like survival
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But I'd be like living in a nice house with like good conditions, and then just like you're on edge every time because everything you're saying is being recorded, and like I don't know. I think I would either win Big Brother or I'd be like the first one out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any.
People would
in
either
between.
love you or hate you.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Crud, we need to get this guy out. He sucks." Or they'd be like, "Wow, Justin is like, he's just chill with everything. I just have this all this like stuff floating around in my head."
Chill like that.
You
What?
chill like that?
I mean,
Neither you
I'm
chill like
not
that.
really like I don't really spend people's drama. So I just like internalize everything and just be like, mhm.
Yeah.
And then I just be like, they wouldn't know where I'm voting.
Yeah.
And then I'd vote, and they'd just be like, "What?" They'd be like, "Oh, someone flipped the vote." And I'd be like, and I wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just like lie the whole time.
it's just
And then when
just
he wins
lie
the
through your
show,
teeth.
It was me, guys.
It was me,
I
Barry.
sabotaged everyone.
When I won, I would just go up to like if I win, I would just go up to like the end interview, and just be like, "It was me, everyone. I voted you
I
out."
voted everybody out. I flipped all the votes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Survivor.
Big Brother. But mainly for the conditions.
Mainly because
I found a funny one.
But I would be on either.
okay.
Reality TV's
So,
fun.
would you rather be attractive but get punched in the face every morning, or be ugly?
Or just be ugly.
I just wanted
That's it.
Already ugly, might as well keep it
Let's
rolling.
go.
Exactly. I don't want to get punched.
Yeah, I'd just be ugly.
Okay, would you rather fight an orangutan with a sword once a year, or
So die.
have to fight a chicken every time you went in your car?
I'm fighting the orangutan because I drive every day.
Well, I'm assuming I wouldn't die.
Actually, no.
So you have the sword against the orangutan.
Oh,
Where's
I
the
have a
battle
sword.
taking
And
place?
I'm just fighting an orangutan.
Wherever. It doesn't matter. It can happen wherever throughout your day.
Okay, I'm just gonna
throughout my day.
gonna fight the chicken every time I get in my car and
Yeah.
just live in a city.
Infinite food glitch.
Exactly. I'll fight the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know
I'm
how
saying
easy it is to kick that?
Yeah.
Punch in the air.
golly, Raj.
But yes, because a lot of
Okay,
people.
Jacob.
So I would also agree with the chicken. I'm surprised we're all saying the same things.
Yeah.
Damn it. Because I would say chicken too.
Yeah, I know.
What
This
are we,
is-
a hive mind?
Would be a hive mind? No, because my thing is like people always say it's like, oh, well, I have a sword. You are greatly overestimating your sword skills, and you are greatly underestimating how feral,
yeah.
how feral
I agree.
orangutans
Yeah.
are. Like you can slash at an orangutan, they will still rip your head off.
They'll still
It does not
they'll
matter.
still smoke your pack.
Exactly. It is a pack watch for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, it's like, well, I'll just like keep learning. It's like, yeah, but it takes that orangutan one time. They get lucky once.
Just
Just
like- Like,
yeah. It's like, oh, well, a chicken. Yeah, you grab a chicken by its neck and throw it.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, oh no, or you just kick that thing as far as you need to.
Mhm.
PETA, I'm sorry, I'm not. You're a horrible organization. But yeah,
All right, last
Chicken.
one. Would you rather have Baby Shark stuck in your head forever or the jingle from your least favorite commercial? And then what would that jingle be?
Is jumping off the roof an option?
My answer is I'd rather have Baby Shark stuck in my head because my least favorite jingle is that stupid COVID song from the PA.
Oh my god.
That's why Baby Shark is the answer, because I cannot stand that COVID jingle. Vax, test.
Oh my god. I don't really have a least favorite jingle, so I think I'll go with that. Like I don't really have one.
Yeah, I'm fine with the jingle. I mean, my least favorite one would be the stupid Bob's Furniture commercials that would play back in Jers.
Oh.
So you would listen to that every day versus
That's
listening to
fine.
Baby Shark.
I can suffer with that.
Baby Shark, I would put my head through a wall.
Listen,
I can just
Justin.
imagine me being in surgery operating room one day and just being like, baby.
Yeah, and then you just cut someone's like you would just cut something wrong.
Yeah,
Oops, that's an artery.
Yeah, but I would just be like, Vax, Max, test. Like in the,
And then you
ER,
just stab yourself in the eye.
Vax.
Just scalpel.
It's not because I don't like being vaxxed. It's because
It's just
just
want to
look
make it
up.
very clear: we are all vaxxed, we are all boosted, we have to be for work, and we
Yes.
all fully agree with the science behind
It's because of
everything.
the jingle.
It's solely because of that damn jingle.
Whoever came up with it, like, you don't deserve your job.
You deserve to be
Respectfully,
unemployed.
like-
Respectfully,
There's another line of work out there for you.
I do have one more. Have a lightsaber or have a helper monkey?
lightsaber.
Okay.
What is a helper monkey?
I don't know. I just
What does it do?
I pressed refresh. I saw.
If you could
lightsaber.
clarify what a helper monkey, well, I'm not saying you, but if the question, I'd probably say helper monkey. Like, if it was gonna like help clean my house, then like
it'll do anything you want it to do.
I take the helper
Then a
monkey.
oh yeah, then a helper monkey.
What am I gonna do with a lightsaber? Kill people? I don't do that.
But what if it's just like well, you just sell the technology? But you
Yeah,
just,
and then be the person who gave the government a lightsaber.
who cares?
Who
You're a billionaire. They're gonna figure it out eventually. Just speed the process.
We didn't curse for 42 minutes of this podcast.
I don't care. We're already past this point.
Man, you don't edit the podcast.
I know that's fair. I feel bad. I'm getting lightheaded at this point and very tired.
Here, mark some more times down.
Yeah, like I've worked a full shift. I'm getting very tired. I'm
Well,
losing my
we're at an
grip.
hour and 3 minutes, so I think
I'm
That's
losing my
fine.
with
grip.
that being said, that will conclude this episode of the Wash Athlete Podcast. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Our watch time has been going up on our episodes, which is nice to see. We hope you guys do all enjoy. Make sure to go check out This Week in Sports if you do like sports content. We enjoy making those episodes, and they're a little bit shorter, and they cover some of our interests. If you like this episode and you made it this far, drop a like, comment, subscribe. And with that being said, we will see you on the next time on the Wash Athlete Podcast.
Fuck. God bless the U.S. national team and Christian Pulisic.
Go Captain America, and
Amen.
we'll be together.
Amen.